Is Universes Beyond killing the excitement for Magic the Gathering? Let's discuss.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
So, I wanted to talk about excitement for Magic the Gathering. When big sets would come along, in the past, there'd be like a palpable feeling of, ooh, I can't wait, it's coming, something cool is coming, like when Zendikar came out, the original Eldraine, and this type of stuff is kind of missing nowadays. For players, it's easy to understand why. It's just, there's so many things coming out, it's kind of hard to keep up. I mean, like, think about trying to build a deck and staying competitive in modern or I guess just the current standard. Like, that's kind of difficult, and it's going to cost a lot of money. It's not that attractive for everyone. And especially when you spend the money on those cards and then immediately they're reprinted and devalued, so you can't even trade them back in to keep current and like update your deck and all that type of stuff, right? So it's tough for players right now to be excited. It's tough for collectors to be excited when there's a million variants of everything and they're reprinting old cards that you had and killing the value and stuff like that. It's how are you to collect a set? If you're a set collector, how are you to collect a set when there's like 1,000 cards in a set? It's kind of ridiculous. How are you even to keep track of the list and the cards that are ongoing with that and mystery boosters and all that madness? Online, all that stuff is lumped together. The list, mystery boosters. How are you to keep track of all this? It's crazy. It's crazy what's going on out there, right? So, the story. Now, this is where Universes Beyond comes into play. People used to be excited and interested in the Magic the Gathering story as it evolved, right? With Universes Beyond, what is there to be interested in? It's not like Magic is taking the story and changing it, and so you already know the story of Lord of the Rings, so all that's left is a lottery hunt, cash grab type of set, right? So, I mean, I'm excited for Fallout, but there is no story involved. I get it. I played all the games. There's no new story that Magic can tell me about Fallout. It'll be cool to see it on the cards. So yeah, I guess that's it, right? With the Universes Beyond, it's kind of killing the storyline of Magic the Gathering. I don't know, guys. It's hard to get excited nowadays. Like, I compared this on the round table the other night at DJ's channel, Mr. DJ Longhair. Go check him out. I was like, they turned us into crackheads with this stuff. So when you keep getting hits all the time, it's not as strong, it doesn't last, and it's not as satisfying as previous. So, that occasional use will get people freaking ravenous for the next use. I don't know. I don't know if that's an appropriate comparison, but it is a comparison that to me seems kind of apt. So getting excited about Magic. How can you get excited about Magic? You have to figure out what you like about the thing, what brought you to it in the first place, and what will continue to keep you in it moving forward. You really have to have some type of introspective perspective at this point, and like figure out what makes you happy with this type of stuff. For me as a collector, look, there's so much old stuff and weird stuff. Like blisters is a permanent hunt for me, and there's some things like that make it worthwhile perpetually, and like evergreen type collecting, right? So you got to think about that for yourself, and you also got to think about it. I always say a niche, and that's yeah. As a collector, these are the things that I like to partake in, and I will continue to partake in. As a player, I'm thinking about getting back into it, but honestly, what I would get back into is playing with friends, with real cards, and from back in the day, like try and rebuild my old deck that I had when I was 12. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. I wouldn't really try to compete nowadays unless maybe I'd go for a sealed event, something like that, because I'm not trying to pay $10,000 to compete with somebody who's, you know, ridiculous modern deck. It's just, that's kind of ridiculous nowadays. Anyway, guys, this is just some thoughts about where we are with Magic and where we're heading. I hope we can get that excitement back. Anyway, remember to like and subscribe. Check out my Patreon. For my patrons, I'm going to be getting an item each. I'm going to say as I go to Vegas, I'm like, hey, I did this last time for Vegas and Philadelphia. I said, you're my patrons, you're good guys, and this is one of the things I can do for you. I can pick up one item from the merch counter for everybody, so gonna be doing it again. Anyway, there's a lot of other things, channel memberships. I got pins that I really have to make a video about. Yeah, I'll catch you soon, guys. Take care. Have a lovely day. Peace.
Man. Game over, man. Game over. What the fuck are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do?
Maybe we could build a fire, sing a couple of songs, huh? Why don't we try that?